Greetings, this is Prinarianetra, half-elven YouTuber, and I welcome you to part 2 of my reaction to Critical Role, Campaign 3, Episode 45, Poc-O the Bells Held. Hey, so the last we left off, they were meeting with a professor who did research. The studies of brood is born in secret, but suddenly the many law that guard that kept the door shut to the office suddenly unlocked all at the same time on their own accord, and when the door opened, they were met by lewdness of the Terrorist Assembly. If you don't know who they are, review your notes on Campaign 2. This situation just got very intense. Oh, I don't know where associated with critical roles, YouTube or Twitch channels or any of those online presence. I'm just a fan sharing with our fans.
And welcome back. So, as you are a bit scattered between the front step region of the seminary, or within a distant workshop within the seminary, and within Professor Khadija Small's office in the seminary, Fern and Imogen. Wow. After speaking a bit to the professor, the door abruptly opened, and as Fern tried to play interference, an older elvish fellow with long silver hair and blue robes and a very stern expression just looks at you with a smile and says, "No."
No, what? I'm so sorry. You just walked in here rudely.
I'm not interested. Step aside.
Can I see him?
Oh, geez,
From where I'm sitting, just for my reference. When the doors open, would I have
I'd say you can look back and see, yes.
and I would recognize him instantly from seeing him in the memories of...
In the memories and the descriptions, you have a very, very strong idea this is the same individual.
Okay.
He begins to step in your direction.
Whoa. We're having a girls' tea. What's going on? Why
Make
did
a
you
wisdom
just come in
saving
here?
throw.
Oh, it is already happening.
You better roll. You better roll like your Fey life depends on it.
What am I rolling?
This is
Charisma?
how,
No.
this is how it
Wisdom
happens.
saving
This is how it goes, Johnson. I hope you got a backup ready.
In Sumal's head, she's gonna hear, if you have any tricks up your sleeve, now's the time to do it, because this guy's powerful.
I have advantage on magical effects and spells and things like that?
You do.
Okay.
What was it? Well, clearly.
He's in your head. Oh, that's really good.
Down, left, down,
Okay.
left.
26.
Whoa.
26.
Oh.
He just kind of gives you a look and runs his fingers, and you feel this kind of influence try and pierce your mind, and your Fey ancestry manages to shrug off the effect. Ooh. And you watch as he goes,
I'll wave back.
Hello.
We are not the ones you're looking for.
he smiles and kind of chuckles. Amusing.
What's your name? What's your name? Don't walk in here without telling me your name.
I am Martin Ned Ludinus Deleth of the Cerberus Assembly of the Dwendalian Empire in Wine
One more
Mountain.
time, because that's so long.
I don't have time for this.
Ludinus?
He looks past and begins to walk past you, just like entering the chamber behind you. You have ignored assembly requests for meeting for weeks now, and we are working on a short timetable. A personal visit seemed the most productive measure.
I'm gonna bamf out, mister.
Okay.
Monkey with a gun.
The door slams behind him without him touching it, and it locks.
Oh.
Shit.
Yeah, arcane lock that shit.
You're gonna hear in your head, this
Draw
guy's
it,
bad
buddy.
news, like
What's
real,
wrong with
real,
the wizard?
real, real bad news. The bad guy, this is the bad guy.
The professor goes, and like hears in your head and like looks at you and has no response. Is like in this kind of like shocked reaction, like suddenly confronted with the nightmare she's been avoiding for a very long time. Looks back. I don't. And he just kind of continues. I believe you know why I'm here. I now know who you are, and with whom you ally.
I feel like we're intruding on something.
Yeah, this feels very personal. Like we
Sit.
shouldn't be
You
here.
might learn something. And he moves his fingers like this, and two chairs in the chamber shift it behind you and kind of kick you down into a sitting position. Looks back to the professor. The archive recovered is extremely important to our research, but necessary excerpts have been missing. I would request at the behest of the Rendolian Empire and the other members of the Cerberus Assembly that you turn over the remainder of the archive of your own volition. She just kind of looks at him. You now notice that as the door began to open, she like had already shifted the papers off the desk, but the desk hasn't been moved back, and there's just an opening in the ground where they're just kind of resting. She goes, we gave over everything. It was delivered. It should have all been there already. I'm just a professor. I'm a teacher. I don't.
We're just teachers. We're just teachers.
Kind of shoots a glance of his eye to you, back to her. We know you're not just a teacher. Few of you are. And he goes ahead and kind of brings his hand up and traces like one half circle in the air, threads his fingers through it, and kind of releases just this little flick in her direction. As it does, you see this little green tether that drifts in an arch towards her head. It touches her forehead and then kind of turns into smoke. And she immediately goes, of course. Reaches down, grabs it, stands up, and hands it over to him.
Wow.
He takes it. That wasn't so hard, was it? Puts it into his robes. I do hate robbing them of their will. But some things are more important. You may sit. She sits down, kind of rests her hands on the desk, and just waits. He turns over to the two of you. She was right. You do look just like your mother. I'm sorry, I'm being terribly rude. I've introduced myself to you, but not to you. I'm Luminous Galef, the Martinet of the Cerberus Assembly. It is genuinely a pleasure to meet you. I've heard of your prowess.
A pleasure.
And you...
And me.
Not quite an exitant, but definitely of the Red Moon. Fortuitous.
Well, is it time? Is it time that we were going?
We should
I don't know,
probably
we
head
had a
out.
thing.
We should probably be heading out. But it's just been so great meeting you. You know, we've heard really good things.
Very good things. Like such good stuff.
Please, I'd be curious to hear how I am represented this far to the southwest.
Hair. Your
Just
hair.
yeah, that's the biggest description. Is just
Silvery locks.
That's
Down
bigger.
from your head.
I think
Matt, is Ludinus grabbing something around his neck? You were doing this unconsciously. Does he have something around his neck?
You're not there?
Especially.
Wait, so where are you?
Roll a
where are
perception
you
check
from?
if you like.
Why?
okay.
That's you, everybody.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's 13.
13. He briefly fiddled with something, but you're uncertain what it was. And what he does, you see there are all manner of intricate rings in his fingers. His clothing is intimidating in how well crafted and designed it is. There's an air of confidence that is genuinely terrifying through his smile. Though he seems almost pleasant. It's that odd sort of charismatic pressure that
Just checking, make sure that you
you
guys
can't
are
help
still,
but be put off
still
by,
watching this.
as he just kind of looks at and through each of you. And what was your question, Fern, to him?
I couldn't tell you.
Make
I
Not a
don't
fucking clue.
know.
I don't know.
Are you single?
Two, yes.
What was your question?
Where are you from? Where do you reside?
The continent of Wildmount.
The continent of Wildmount. It's cool.
Now, you've asked a question. It's only fair that I return the favor. What is your business with the professor?
I had heard, I was just trying to find my mother, and I knew that she had spoken with this professor in the past, and I was hoping to find out anything about her. I lost her when I was very young.
I'm sorry to hear that. If you have any burning questions, you're welcome to ask me as well. Very few have the opportunity to speak of someone of such history and repute. It seems some of our... he looks down to where he put the documents in his robe. Interests may overlap.
Do you work with her personally?
For some time, yes. She's been rather integral to what we're doing. And I think I will be eternally grateful for what she's done. We all will be. You should be proud.
I am. Thank you. If we were interested in helping your cause as well, what would we do?
Yeah. Do you feel the pull? Northward.
Do I?
A little bit. There's always been this kind of direction sense you can't quite describe, and now that he says this, you remember there's always been this kind of moment in the morning when you wake up. You always kind of find yourself subconsciously glancing in a direction. You remember the dream that you had where you looked at the moon and felt it draw you towards it. And until now you hadn't really connected the two. Follow the instinct. Both of you, if it's there.
So how do we join? Just like, just the things that we're learning and sort of the raw power.
Look, I know you've had dalliances with the ignorant masses that try and tangle our hard work. I know you've confronted my associate, Thor, and I'm not blind enough to believe that you are just seeking entry into our merry band. But I also know you only speak from a place of ignorance, misunderstanding. I'm not the one doing this. There are many of us working together to make this happen. This is important work. It's my life's work. So, do you want to know how to help? Stop resisting.
Stop resisting.
Are you rude as born as well?
I have my connections to the Red Moon, yes.
Inside check.
I have.
Inside joke.
No.
It's gonna be so high. Come on.
It's
How'd you say that?
17.
Oh, that's not bad. Wow.
That
Whoa.
He's a viper.
I know it's weird.
Always has the.
You have bomb ass insight? Yeah, he's good enough.
A whisper.
Whisper.
I have a combat thing. This isn't combat. This is a whisper.
Combat of the Minds.
Combat of the mind.
This combat of the mind is brought to you by WizKids Mind Minis. Monsters of Exandria Set 3 available for pre-order. Even more monsters from the wilds of Exandria. Go to wizkids.io/crminis or your local game store.
Yeah.
Of the mind.
Go bust me.
Does it speak to you directly?
Yes, does it?
I've had my conversations, yes.
So you get that feeling. It's like really deep inside your chest. Where you feel like a really intense anger. And you know where it's coming from.
He genuinely looks like he kind of lost the thread.
Just heard.
That's it. Much speak. Is that just you?
Just heartburn.
I think your mother would love to see you.
You what? Huh?
She's talked about him.
What'd she say?
She's sad that her destiny took her on a different path. And she hoped it wouldn't lead you to the dangerous threads of fate that tug her ever away. But it seems you share a very similar destiny.
She's been beckoning me to her for quite a while, and I've been resisting, but maybe it's time to give in.
He gives a very intense look at the two of you. Do you know what we're doing? He smiles.
Learning,
He's reading your fucking thoughts.
learning bits and pieces.
You know.
The power is pretty enticing, though, I gotta say.
Power is just a tool. All power is just a tool. Only the fools through history use it for personal gain and useless, eventually forgotten means.
If you succeed, though, will it go away?
Parts of it will. For those that have have cheated through boons unearned beyond just faith. This society is born on those who have gained power, transactions, unearned except for granting their succor and obsession to these gods. They've never needed them. They've always needed us.
It's happening soon, right?
Sooner than I'd like. But we'll be as ready as we can be.
Well, maybe we'll find you to the north.
I have faith you will.
I think I'm getting chills.
What are you doing with those papers?
Don't want to spoil the surprise.
I don't really like surprises, so maybe you should just tell me.
He leans forward and gets very close to your face, his eyes meeting yours. I watched the world burn at their behest. I saw the ruin their games left of our people.
Just
The
die.
destruction they brought down to stunt the potential of mortal minds and hearts. They had to
Guile
preserve
was
themselves.
alive during the calamity.
So
He was alive during the calamity.
if there is even an ounce of you that finds faith in them, there is no place for you amongst us.
How old are you?
Old enough? Gives you a look. You're not of any faith either, are you?
I
Why?
never needed it.
Why?
Why don't I have faith in the gods?
Yes.
They don't mean anything to me.
Good. He turns to leave. Steps to the door. Moves his finger. Steps to the threshold. Turns around. We are the seeds they plant and till and water. We struggle in the maze they shaped. Then when we expire, we return to their private gardens to be harvested and feed their power and dominance. Because they told us there is no alternative. This is how it is, and we must thank them for it. We may be their creations, but all children outgrow their parents. And they came to fear our development, our potential, the matron, the age of our canon, the growing will of the mortal mind. The divergence, it wasn't to protect us. It was to protect them from us. And he steps out of the room and the door closes.
What is, the professor doing through all this?
She's just sitting there with a smile on her face and a tear rolling down her cheek.
Professor Sumo? There's gotta be something we can do.
Should I slap her? I don't know what snaps somebody out of this.
She's just there.
What did he do? What did he do to her?
I mean, he might have just destroyed her brain. We'll send somebody for you.
She now looks over and kind of smiles and nods.
Is there anything he didn't take?
What?
Yeah.
Can I look down in the
Reset.
place that she took the documents out of? Is there anything left in there?
It's pretty barren. You can investigate it further if you like.
Sure. I'll assist. Okay.
Look inside. There's a small pouch. It's got some coins in it. It's like a gold ring. Kind of like a bug out fund.
I'm not gonna take that.
Yeah, we should leave that with her, right?
Fine, yes, we should.
Okay, I was just making
Just in case.
Yeah, because if she needs to leave, she's gonna need to.
I'm gonna tuck that in her pocket.
Tuck it in, she kind of watches your hand, kind of looks at you. Thanks.
Shit.
Okay. Okay. We need to go back out there. And we should grab him and kill him. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I wish. How old? He spoke like he saw it.
I know. That's what I heard. Like he was actually there. Okay, I think we need to tell everybody.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah. We've got to stop him. I've got to find my mother.
Yeah, we should find your mom. We have a lot to do.
I've got a lot to do. Let's head
go.
out to the front.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go to the front.
Okay. In the interim, the three of you out front.
Oh, yeah.
Kind
I was wondering.
So I come to in this pantry, and I wake up. I'm tied to a chair, and Violet's just behind me, and that sociopathic elf just will not shut the fuck up. And in the meantime, some asshole is just yelling at me that my face keeps leaving a dent in their industrial garlic press. They're trying to figure out why, and I guess. Man, I think independent contract work was really unhealthy, and I'm really glad I'm not doing that sort of shit anymore.
I'm surprised you let them tie you to the chair. That seems very giving on your part.
Well, I was unconscious at that point because that just fucking accountant that came through happened to have just a sleep spell. We got knocked out. At least that's what I think happened. Violet would not show. It wasn't the Kenku. It was a different Kenku, but clearly they were related. They had some sort of thing.
Not this time, Moram. As I'm in this conversation, you're kind of like
Solly was just yelling at me.
looking off at the top of the stairs. You see descending an individual that catches your attention.
And we didn't see that individual approach the building.
No.
And it's long white hair.
Right.
Long white, silver hair, long blue, gold robes. Older elvish gentleman, just hands kind of tucked into each other's sleeve, just walking down the stairs.
Shiver up Orm's spine, but he's going to try not to react at all.
Just for the hell of it, I'd like you three to make
Just for the
either
smell of it.
stealth or deception checks, your choice.
I have advantage on stealth. It's consciously, though, so fuck it.
It's 10.
23.
Oh. 19.
Okay.
Go. Sorry, 25.
25.
I can
Okay. Doesn't seem to acknowledge or make any specific motions towards noticing or giving really any interest in your directions. Descends to the bottom of the stairs and continues walking out into the main cobblestone thoroughfare beyond the entry walls to the seminary.
What about the cookware? Was it like silver or was it wooden?
Well, I mean, like the handle was, it was very expensive. They actually made a point of telling me how expensive it
in
was.
the ribs
It's like
really hard.
950 gold.
Hold that thought. I do want to hear the end of this saga. There.
What?
And I point in the crowd to him, I assume, like wading into, vanishing into the crowd. Memorize that fucking guy's head.
And the robe, the hair, the face.
That's tough.
That young face.
What?
Gotta be. We gotta get inside. They might not be okay. Yeah, we gotta get inside.
All right, no, come on.
Casual.
I don't know.
Shoulder lean.
Feels an awkward walk. I can't.
As you all begin to shuffle in, we come to the two of you. All right, looking at this.
Oh, wow. This is so cool.
Oh my god.
Wow. That's so neat.
It's got a little compartment to make sure that when you eat the things, it stays in there and doesn't like end up falling all over the place and onto the ground. So that way you have both the intake of that and the intake of this, both work simultaneously.
Wow. Thank you so much, Professor. This is great. I'm gonna try to cook something in here, and I'll send it to you as a gift. A thank you.
Make sure you send it from a place not too far away, depending on how perishable the actual food item is. But yeah, I'm very happy to try it.
That recipe for Escheros's cookies.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm
Should
gonna try it
that
out.
first.
Yeah,
That's
I'm going
brilliant.
to.
Oh my
Wow,
goodness.
this has been such a fun day.
It has been a complete honor. I have never really had the opportunity to give direct adjustments to an automaton. This is... I cannot wait to put together a lecture about this experience.
Well, like I said, I'll check in soon. And hey, we're gonna head out, but we should go find them. Where's Professor Sumal's office?
Oh, Professor Sumal. Yes, you head down.
It gives you like the directions around the space to it.
Says, I'm uncertain if she's in today. She's kind of sporadically in and out of the seminary. But, you know, that is where you will find her if she's here.
We'll just have a check.
Okay?
Yeah.
Such a pleasure.
Okay. Trust me, the pleasure is entirely mine.
Oh, you're so wonderful.
A very, very safe journey to both of you. To fresh cut grass. An absolute honor.
Takes your hand and kind of holds it and kind of looks you directly in the eye.
I hope our paths cross once again.
I hope so too.
They will.
They will.
Yes,
They will.
you just
Travel safe. Enjoy your journeys. Hope you continue to pursue your intellectual path in life. And when you graduate, please write a letter so I can know. I would be very happy to hear about your various pursuits.
Yes.
We will.
Yes.
All right. See you
Fantastic.
at graduation.
Are you asking about where Professor Sumal was? Imogen was supposed to check in with me and let me know where that room was.
But didn't she say she would only be able to talk to you for a few minutes?
But I thought she would at least give me the room number. Oh no, that's.
Let's go
let's
find her.
head that way.
About this time, as you guys are heading in that direction, the three of you step to the top of the stairs, kind of carefully begin to enter. Indeed,
One question.
Yes.
As he was leaving Martinet, before we headed up the stairs, was anybody moving to flank his position? Was he alone? Did anyone...
nobody was going down the stairs with them. You can make a perception check if you'd like.
Yeah, like even as he was coming down the steps, did somebody like come out of the crowd to give him cover?
Secret Service.
16.
16. Okay. You don't see anything, unfortunately, as you're looking for it. You, who rolled higher than that when you were keeping an eye, kind of continue to watch the crowd as you go. You do see Gesundheit. Two other figures in familiar dark red and silver robes, akin to the ones you had battled in a house recently.
Yep.
Meet up with him across the way, and you watch the three of them
Ruby Vanguard.
just vanish from the middle of the road. Other people nearby are like, whoa, there's like a reaction of like an audible group of people who are like, what the? Never get used to it. People are just blown away by the sort of magic for a brief moment, and then go about their conversations for the day.
So we're heading to Sumal's.
Indeed. But the three of you get to the top, and you indeed see Carol, the clerk, there. How do you wish to get by? You're just going to barge through?
Carol.
Oh, yes. Hi.
We're back. Is this a good time?
It's not a good time. It's never a good time. I was duped by you.
I mean, I don't want to make a big, stink about it, especially right in the middle of the lobby of the entire school.
Of course not. Go right ahead. It's fine.
We're just here to deliver a gift to Professor Sumal. We're only going to be a little while. Actually, the most of us are inside already, so we're just trying to catch up.
I can't allow that to happen after what happened earlier today.
Do you really want to get into that right now, right here? Publicly?
It's my job.
Carol, I'm supposed to be the nice guy in our group. I really don't want to cause a row here.
An intimidation check. Like the nicest intimidation.
I don't have good intimidation.
You can use your strength if you like.
I'm going to assist with this intimidation.
How are you going to assist with this?
I'm very, very slowly going to pull out a large silver-handled wooden pot spoon. They're shoved in the back. It's clearly just seen a little bit of fucking use today. And there's some cracks. There might be some blood on it. Maybe marinara. Who knows? We're in a real rush. So if you don't mind, please, pretty fucking please, just let us in.
I'm starting to carve her likeness into my left tit.
Slap your tit real quick.
So you can make an additional intimidation check, or you can.
I'll let Ashton do that.
Will I take the advantage because of you, or no?
No, he's already rolled.
Okay, you already rolled.
And a little louder, or we'll say it. I mean, we're just here to learn. We really don't want to cause any problems.
Natural 20 for 27.
Yeah, there we go.
She looks at the spoon.
This has already been somewhere today.
I can tell.
I've had a long day. I'll be careful.
I have to go check in.
Thank you. Going. Yeah. Just knock stuff off the.
No, You see, frustratingly, kind of curse herself under her breath, while Ashton wanders in.
Buy something nice with that 5 platinum. I head off.
I'll finish this later. You have to hold still.
The three of you begin to enter the hall just as you see a bit above you, entering from a different direction, F.C.G. and Lot.
No, I'm still tense. That conversation still has me tense, and it's over.
We were just going to go meet them in
They're in the
Sumal's.
other office.
Did you hear something?
No, we just saw heading out of the seminary.
Fuck, head that way.
Okay. They have the directions, so you guys don't have to search for it. They go directly to the office. You two, what are you doing?
Okay. I think we should look for any books, maybe that have to do with any of this.
We're gonna look through the office and see if we can find any other information. I'm just I feel like I should try to read her thoughts, but I'm afraid if I do it, then I'm gonna.
Here's the deal. I don't think you can make it worse, and I think you should do it. I know that this is a terrible thing, what's happening. Maybe we can come back and fix it. I'm just saying, maybe we should just try that while we're here, and... Is that bad?
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use up the remainder of my sorcery points. Goodbye, sorcery points. And I'm gonna regain a 3rd level spell and a 2nd level spell. And maybe what we do is we call Rin here.
Oh, that's a good idea. She could probably do something to help.
Yeah, and I could read her thoughts as well. I just, in case something goes wrong, maybe Rin can just take us quickly to the other people, you know?
Yes. I think that's a good plan. That's a good plan.
We gotta get everyone else. We gotta.
Okay, you do this. I'm gonna peek out, go grab everybody, but just scream if something's wrong.
All right.
Okay, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. Are you okay? You can't even answer me. Okay. I'm
He's just looking at you like.
You're gonna be great. Okay. Have fun. I'll be back.
You step out the door, pulling it open again, glance out, and just literally 10 feet to the left, you see the rest of your friends, like right there.
Hey, guys, what happened? What happened? What's going on?
Barge past Fern.
You enter the interior of the office, and you can see the scene here. This like kind of dark lit interior, the desk shifted forward slightly, and the professor just kind of sitting as you all enter. The professor kind of smiles as you all enter. Hi.
Hi.
He got the omen on path.
Dolph saw him on the front steps.
He got everything they had left. Her mind is.
I just grab Imogen. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Did he do anything to you?
He didn't hurt us.
What did he say? What happened?
He said so much. He wants. I don't know.
I'm back out in the hallway. I'm looking at the door frame. I'm looking for any bombs, sigils, markings, anything that looks weird, like this is about to be erased. This room.
Okay. Make an investigation check for me.
Shit. We need to get out of here.
Oh, that's fucking great. It's really deep. 23.
23. Giving a rather thorough examination of the space while they're conversing, you get the sense that no. Nothing was left behind to close the loop.
I'll stay out in the hallway just in case.
Okay.
We need to call Plane Rider in here.
Here.
Across the entire continent for this.
I know.
What did he took? He took them? He took the papers.
He took the papers. I don't even know what all was on there, but she'd been hiding them for so long.
How did he know right now to come here? Has he been following us? Or
He knew
following
about
you?
us. I don't know, but he definitely knew about us.
No one knew about you, but he knew that you would be here now, or that you... How did he find you here now? Was he looking for you, you think?
No, he was looking for her.
But she's always been here. This is her office. He could have come anytime. Why did he come now?
Maybe to meet Imogen.
Do you
Yeah.
have
How?
Do you have an ability to help her out? Her mind has been.
Actually, how bad is it? Hold on. Hey, hi.
Hi.
I'm sorry, what's your name, by the way?
I'm Khadija.
Khadija.
Yeah.
How old are you? It's okay if you don't know. Just, it's been a rough day, trust me. If it's too hard, it's okay.
My head hurts.
Oh, yeah. What's you been thinking about?
I had pages.
Yeah, you did. That's right. It's okay.
I don't really... I mean, I can try to cure her.
I mean,
I don't think that's gonna do it.
do you need anything? Do you want anything right now?
Restoration or anything.
Yeah.
Not today.
Maybe we can call
We
Rin
could
here.
have some water.
You got that. Water. Feel a little iffy just leaving her here in case they come back to clean up afterward.
She's also.
Why would they bother?
She's in a school with some of the most brilliant professors and magic users. They can help her.
They won't know what happened, though.
But they will know what to do.
We could leave a note, or I could go tell the professor that I was just talking to.
Maybe she'd be better off with Kai.
That's what I mean. We could bring her to them.
Get out of here.
With Emerald?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, they are allies. Especially if we don't know how much the rest of the sanctum knows about their inner workings.
Do you know who Kai is?
Yeah.
Would you like to go see Kai? Would that make you happy? Okay.
Shit.
Okay.
He's really powerful.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
You sure he didn't hurt you?
No, he didn't. He just talked.
All right, well, I agree with Chetney. We've got to get the fuck out of here, so let's go. Did you say that?
Did I say that?
You did.
With your posture.
Yes, I could tell.
Okay, I'm gonna send a message to Plane Rider Rin.
Via sending.
Yes.
Okay.
We're in Sumal's office. We need a fast exit. She's been hurt.
Wait, did you say anything about it?
Well, I'll tell her when she gets here.
Okay. Got the rapid response from Plane Riders. Well, shit. I was really hoping that he was elsewhere. On my way.
Okay. She's coming.
Cool.
I'm gonna start looking through the books and see if there's anything.
Make an investigation check.
Oh, my investigation is so bad. Does anyone else want to
Yeah,
look?
we can help. I'm bad at investigation too, but I can help.
You can both roll or you can take advantage.
What are you trying to do?
You do it.
Remember when our party used to have super detectives?
What are you
Yeah.
trying to do?
I'm gonna miss it.
Is there any
I'm rolling with it. I'm
old
rolling with
man
advantage.
smell left in this room from ancient
Get a
Isle?
set.
Double five.
Son of a bitch.
Hair product.
Make a
Any icy
perception
hot up in
check.
this motherfucker?
Make a perception check with advantage because it's scent based.
Gotta catalog these things when you can. God damn it, that's a
Does.
5.
Did you roll that one?
I rolled these two.
Oh.
I have a
okay.
very garlicky smell right now. It's
Yeah.
probably really fucking shit up.
Oh, that sucks. I mean, there's multiple scents in here.
Yeah.
You didn't quite catch anything that would be directly his.
And out in the hallway, because there's just so much stank in that room, the offices to the left and the right of them, are they a good distance away or relatively close? Or is he at the end of the hallway?
No, they're a fair distance apart. They're a fair distance apart. They're a fair distance apart. You're not sure of the layout of this side of the hall or building, but the distance and the size of this hall leads you to believe that there is like a gap between them, whether that's a smaller room or this is one on the outside. Maybe the wall may be like a crenellated, layout to it.
I don't think there's such a thing. I don't know, but the offices seem far apart.
What does that mean?
I don't know, maybe he had a secret room.
A secret room?
Yeah, I mean, usually,
All right. Shoot.
I can look around if you want.
Would you roll?
I rolled
We didn't find it.
very 8.
Yeah, this chamber, a lot of books. A lot of books and collection elements. But it doesn't take long for, in the doorway itself, the form of Plane Rider Rin just kind of apparates. A familiar sight to those who have used invisibility.
What's up, babe?
Regrouping. All right, that's certainly curious. Oh, my dear.
You can do mind things, right? Can you fix her?
This is a bit far from my purview. This is going to be more of a divine healer. I think I may have somebody you can bring to for this.
I'm a divine healer, I think, but
Can you restore the most powerful of curses?
I can. No.
Do not worry. I'll ensure the professor gets the help that she needs.
So she can be fixed.
She can. I think.
Oh,
That's great.
your confidence is intoxicating.
You're gonna take her under your protection for now?
Unless you plan to, I'll.
No.
We gotta get going.
Oh shit! Wait, check in with Pate. Look through his eyes.
Okay. Pate's eyes. Currently sitting kind of on the shoulder of this guy who's kind of sitting there and just kind of like poking him in the face over and over again.
Just going through his eyes as he's doing that.
You just see his hand go, and the guy's just like, ow, ow, ow.
Good boy. Good boy. We'll be there soon.
Will we?
I don't know.
Yeah, we saw Ludinus, the Martinet, meeting up with some members of that Ruby Vanguard.
Yeah. He showed up and got the rest of the archive.
Great, wonderful. Well, that moves our timeline a bit. What is your plan next?
Well, what do you mean it moves our timeline? Why? It doesn't move the apogee solstice. What do you mean?
No, but
Urgency.
some of the things that we were trying to use to slow them down and keep it from them have fallen through the cracks. So,
Do you know? Or does Ebenold Kai know what was just stolen? What's in those pages?
she kind of thinks for a second. As far as I know, the remaining pieces that were part of those papers, they included the names of all the known living exaltants within Exandria as part of the archive's notes. It also detailed the rotations of Ruidus and the pattern of its orientation during each flare through recorded history.
Papers are.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
That's bad.
Yeah.
They don't have all the exaltants in there.
Are you sure?
I mean, it's only like it was only a handful of pages, so it was only a little bit of that information, right?
We gotta start making moves.
Maybe it was double spaced.
Where are we going?
We gotta
Do
get
you-
out of here.
We go to
right?
the Fae,
Does
the
this
Fae realm.
still feel like we should hit the Fae realm first, or does this change that plan?
Does it?
I leave that in your best interests here. We have 3 targets here. Whatever one you're most comfortable stepping into.
We still like the idea of trying to weaken one in the Fey realm with help of Grandmama, and
Yeah.
hopefully that buys us some time.
Daleth is
I mean,
one of the most powerful people on the surface of this flat Earth.
you did.
He gets it.
not.
He gets it.
No.
He's got some good points.
Not kidding.
You take a hammer to the face.
Just fist. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
19 to hit.
Sure, that hits.
Yeah. Knock it off. Oh.
Okay. Guys, can I remind you to just please try to be friendly with each other?
It's okay. It's okay.
This is how I show affection. You know that.
Oh, everyone's broken.
But if we run right after them, we're likely to get mauled. Maybe the realm. Maybe if we make their job harder by making some messes for them to clean up.
Yeah.
And then we hit the middle.
Yes. Fae realm. If your grandmother can make time slower and give us a little bit of extra something, that'll help, right?
Yeah, yes, that would totally help. I mean, I think she could help in every way. She could feed us, which, we don't want to do this on an empty stomach.
We gotta go.
Let's go recruit a fucking grandma. Let's do this
Are
shit.
we doing this? We're not doing the shadow
No.
fell? We're going to grandma's?
No, we should go to your
to
grandmother's
house
first.
we go?
Maybe she knows someone who could help us in the Shadowfell.
You've been waiting to make that joke. You've been waiting to make that joke.
Well, we might have to.
Let's go find out.
You're right.
Yeah, we gotta shit or get off the pot. Let's go to the Fey realm.
Are we doing it?
Yeah, we're going. Let's go.
Rin.
Ren.
All right, very well. Now, are you able to
Summon Pate.
summon Pate when you get this
Can't
time?
I break him and then bring him back?
I believe you can. I'll allow it. Makes sense within your especially since you are focused specifically on the
On
familiar
the-
Make
Back to
sure
the
Pate
chain.
kills him first.
Okay, Pate.
Yeah.
One last, double doozy to the eyes. Oh, boy.
Yeah, he does. He just explodes in viscera on the shoulder of the guy. Somewhere in a warehouse, the guy's going... as he like reappears in the air next to you from like actually the ends of your hair.
Then I explode.
Ends of your hair kind of like begin to stretch out and begin to wrap around before you see flesh and
out of my hair.
Yeah.
Back at your side like you said.
What?
Back at your side like you said. Well, it was very clear.
That's not what I heard.
Oh my god.
Back at your side like
Okay. Good boy. Ren, what's his body still in the warehouse? He's tied up.
I'll look into him. I'll take care of him.
Thank
I'll
you.
bring him back because he might be useful in other ways as well. Okay then, where are you off to?
Oh, do you have a specific location in the
Sure, sure. We are going to the Harrowcall Fens. More specifically, if we can just go straight to Grandma's house. It's known as Ligament Manor.
Ligament Manor?
Fucking slow rolling piece of shit. Ligament Manor.
Sounds cozy.
I'm into this now.
Does that sound familiar? Can you take us? I mean, if you
I can send you within the vicinity of a specific location. Yes. The magic is imperfect across planes, and I'm not specific where in that region it will give you.
We got a lot of
landing
chaos in here too, so God only knows. God's only knows.
I'll do my best. Close the door. Close the door.
Lock.
I mean, it's,
Oh, you have to leave anyway, right?
locks don't even matter.
She turns around and goes to Khadijah and goes, "Come on, dear, sit over here for a second and drink your water." And she takes it, kind of sits and drinks it, and he watches Rin kind of like combs her fingers through her hair a bit and kind of shakes her head. This is going to put us here for the better part of a day before I can get some rest, but I think it's best, since you were seen, that you abscond soon. All right, gather up to the Fey realm, the Harrowcall Fens.
Harrowcall Fens.
Not been there.
Yes.
Now tell me how it is when you return. I'm genuinely curious. And the Ligament Manor. She goes ahead and pulls
Do you
in.
want me to get this one? Okay.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Now it has to be a hag.
I'm very like
Malachi Z.
this is gonna go poorly. Does anybody?
Am I stealing your thunder? No, please go ahead.
He is such an asshole. Kind of like it.
Senior moment.
She reaches into her pouch and kind of pulls, and you see that she reaches in and she goes like up to the elbow in her pouch, which is only about that deep. And she reaches around for a second, pulls out a small case.
Thank you. I'm trying.
Fucking dicks.
The calf comes in. It's difficult. Sorry.
And she casts you to the hells of Exandria. End of campaign. She pulls out this like long wooden case, unlatches and opens up, and you see these series of unique looking metallic rods, each about between 4 to 6 inches long. And they're made of different materials, of different shapes, and different, some of them look twisted, some of them look like they're made of a bright golden bronze metal. There's one that you see that has almost like a glowing red hue to it, and the like small pieces of metal that hold it themselves look like they're made of different material as well. There's one that looks like a jet black coloration with like a vein of red going through it.
What is that one for?
You don't want to know. Reaches over and grabs one that looks like a gnarled root.
Was that the
long,
character of the
and
DM?
Goes and touches it and pulls it. You watch as two
Was that the
flowers, like,
character
sparkling
of the
bloom on it.
DM?
She goes and takes one, plucks it, puts it in your hair, closes her case, puts it back in the pouch. All right, cuddle up. It's gonna be a ride.
Holy shit, we're going off world.
guys, this is gonna be so fun.
I hope I don't kill you.
She goes and places the rod between her hands, and she begins to trace
What?
up in the air around her, begins to carve this circle in the air. And as she does, you watch as the air kind of divides and splits, almost like she's a knife through silk. And you watch as the silk begins to fall forward. There is this kind of spiral, this tunnel of energy. And as she carves around this large circle, as the rest of this kind of silk of reality falls forward, leaving this opening to this kind of constantly swirling, endless tunnel, she walks around it and goes, "Get in," and pushes you all into it. You all immediately being pulled through,
glad
kind of
I
free
didn't
falling,
take the
grabbing
step
onto
yet.
each other before you all land out the opposite side into
Do I
this
have a
kind of
messy?
soft, spongy ground. Dark lit. The space around you is unfamiliar and disorienting. You're not entirely certain for a few moments what's up, what's down, before you all come to stop and kind of rest.
That was amazing.
Are we here?
Welcome.
You now see yourself
Oh, they're
in a
there.
creepy, magical marshland of stacking, gnarled trees that twist in odd directions to form a large web-like ceiling of corkscrew branches and trunks in all directions for hundreds of feet. You don't even see a canopy of leaves. It's just a lattice work of trees that twist around each other and bend, leaving just little gaps and just a hint of this kind of pinkish purple skylight that occasionally peeks through.
Fern, is this your vibe?
It is absolutely my vibe.
Okay.
And welcome to my home.
Amongst all this large web-like structure of branches, you can see there's like a vibrant blue and green moss that
45
blots
minutes,
out
man?
chunks of the
Last one, I should probably.
multicolored bark that surrounds this, kind of giving its own kind of ever undulating glow in the space. These massive, like ferns and bushes that gather on the base of these trees, and the floor that you stand on where you landed is this like very thick, spongy moss. But as you kind of press it with your arms, you can feel kind of the moisture, like you're at the very top of a very shallow bog or swamp. They kind of. You hear the ever-present sound of deep calling toads. Mysterious gibbering fauna echoing through the wilds.
With Hunter's Bane, and is it just like
Everywhere.
Yeah.
This is
Oh, yeah,
the,
that
like,
makes sense.
the I've seen infinity moment for a blood hunter who's only encountered a handful of fae in their time.
Okay. Anyone else feel like they may have taken too much?
Look at it.
Oh, boy.
Still have that baggie of weird drugs.
Not right now.
All right,
Okay.
sorry.
Maybe not that later.
You don't want to stack.
I mean, it just feels like the right
no better time
environment.
than any, I guess.
Do you recognize this, Fern?
Yeah, do you have any idea where we
Yeah,
are?
I know exactly where we are.
Do you?
Insight check.
Thank you.
Make a persuasion or deception check, however you believe her.
However you believe.
Whatever your fate may be.
I know where I am. I know where I am. It's a natural one.
I rolled a 2 for a 4. So you're just that bad at lying.
I'm pretty sure I know where we are. This is pretty
all right.
close. Pretty close to home. We just go this
which
way.
way?
Make a survival check, Fern.
Nope.
Come on, find it.
22.
Ooh.
22, not bad. You glance around and you just kind of look at the small flowers that are kind of peeking off the sides of the trees. And as you approach, you watch this tiny little, like, bright orange and red and like a deep green coloration on the petals As you approach, they kind of open across the tree, and some of them almost seem to be leaning in your direction.
Hey! This way, right? Thank you. It's been a while. Love you, bye.
They all kind of nod towards you.
Wait, do you know them?
I know pretty much everything here. Yeah.
I can't tell she is that.
Right this way. Right this way.
This is great.
Is Fern a little bit weirder right now?
Now, this is the interesting point. When you look at Fern, she's Fern, but there's something different about her. Her features are sharper. Her eyes are bigger and deeper. The ears seem to almost be longer. Her limbs seem to be just slightly exaggerated.
Fuck.
There's this
Hag-like?
otherworldly kind of air about her that is just unique.
Did we change animators?
Sorry, Furiel. Sorry.
I'm
Reeling in.
envisioning really dark, dilated goat eyes.
Oh, yes.
Right now.
Love y'all.
Pupils.
Yeah.
It's upsetting at a first glance.
Does everybody else look normal?
Everyone else looks normal.
You've got a vibe.
I think I look a little different when I leave here.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
You're a little creepy, and I'm kind of here for it.
Really?
Yes.
It's working.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Your
this is-
arms look nice and like slim, and like you can kind of see like your muscle structure.
I sometimes I can be pretty strong.
I think she's a little taller too.
Probably.
Could
Yeah.
just be posture.
We're already tall.
Yeah, I
Do we
just
all
am
look
a little
different or
bit
just
taller.
you?
Just her.
Just her.
Just me.
I feel a little cheated.
I don't have feet or anything.
How's your wheel doing in the bog?
It's okay. It's all terrain.
I think your tongue might have gotten
Is
longer.
it?
Only when I lie.
Solid.
Okay. I think we go this way.
All right.
Yeah.
Lead the
As
way.
Fern is guiding us, and my senses are exploding, I have advantage to track Fae, Fiend, and Undeads. Can I look for tracks of any unnatural size or nature that might be alarming? So it's-
Sure, yes, you may. Make a survival check with advantage.
Natural 20.
I think he has most
Natural
natural
20.
20s this campaign.
You look around and you don't see any like heavy imprints in the spongy material around there. What you do notice is fresher patches of moss. And as you go and approach kind of the slight variation in coloration, it looks like a tree was ripped out of the ground and the moss just kind of grew over it. And then another. And then another. And then another. But it's not an imprint. It's a removal. It's like something rooted tearing itself free
And?
repeatedly.
Should we be? No, I didn't see it.
Is there
Are there dangers?
yes.
Of course.
Okay.
In regards to your grandmother though, is there anything we should definitely not do in her presence?
Right, we're on your home turf
Or
now.
doo-doo.
What's the
Do we need to
custom?
Yeah.
Presents?
Something
Doo-doo.
we should say, something to make
Just
her
tell her, show her your excitement for being here. And, if she offers you anything, it's rude if you don't take a drink or, a pie or anything like that. She loves to entertain. So, she's just a real chatterbox. She just really wants somebody to listen. And that's really just what we all want, right? So just sit and just hear her and see her, I think.
and we're gonna go see her regardless, but
Yeah.
we're all safe.
Of course,
Right,
why would you
Grandma?
not be? I know this place is intense, but you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
At that point, you hear something massive in the trees above just takes off and
He found me here. He knows where I am.
It's okay, F.C.G. It's all right.
Dr. Nesbitt?
What? Oh.
no response.
It's your friend who's a bird.
I'll meet him later. All right, let's go.
You begin to follow Fern through this odd landscape. It rises and falls, and as it falls, it grows damp. As it rises, it grows more damp. You see these puddles, but the puddles almost seem to curve over the top as you step over them, kind of defying the physics of water in other places you've walked or been. As you kind of step around it, occasionally you watch it seep in, and the ground descends and other parts rise. You begin to feel like the landscape itself is slowly breathing around you, like the actual surroundings is its own living organism. You almost swear you could hear breathing. Almost. Almost. Continuing to trek forward, you notice more of these flowers among the trees, and as you walk through, some like recoil and tremble. Some hide and close their bulbs. But as you pass by, regardless of their state, they still track you as you go, watching you as a group.
They all have personalities?
I don't know. I guess so, but they do sing.
Really?
Yeah.
They seem so afraid of us.
Well, that's just because they don't know you.
Should we, are we being rude? Should we make our acquaintance?
If you'd like. Yeah. Just say hello, or just sing a tune, or give it a sniff.
Oh my God, Matt's being a creepy flower.
I'm literally just me listening to you, but sure.
You look creepy.
Good.
You're being so creepy.
I'm looking at my wife. Oh no!
You're such a creepy flower.
I have some things to evaluate tonight.
Okay. Just.
I'm with you.
All right, come, because sometimes it's better if you have a friend.
course.
Making the introduction.
Of course.
All right.
I'm gonna touch one of the flowers underneath.
As you touch it, you watch the bud kind of open up, and it's this kind of like beautiful, like a blue, green, almost aquamarine coloration to it. And as you kind of run your fingers across it, the tips kind of go to a dark purple, then eventually match the black at the tips of your fingers. And it almost seems to like reach for you.
Do you want to touch it? It gets
May-
a little tingly.
Oh,
Well,
may I
half hour left.
touch you?
Stream.
Pretty flower. You should sing to it, right?
As you sing to it, it kind of like quivers a little bit.
Oh, it's getting aroused. Okay.
You touch the flower, and it kind of like leans into your hand.
Oh.
And just kind of leans, putting the faintest bit of weight that a flower can do into your palm, and the colors kind of shift a little bit back from that like green, blue, teal to that black.
Oh my goodness.
I know, aren't they marvelous?
It's being so sweet. Oh, you're so cute.
Definitely responded to the touch and the brief sound of your voice.
Give
That
a
thinks-
little tickle.
Withdraws back into the tree.
Too much.
I might have been overzealous.
A few other ones kind of like
Okay.
Oh, God.
Tickle us.
Tickle us.
Maybe
Maybe just
In a hurry.
Yeah, just
In a hurry. Just wanted to say nice to meet you. I'm Lorna.
As you sing a minute and say la na and hold the note, they all kind of like quiver.
Cool. Fuck that.
Oh my god.
They respond to voice.
Okay.
Oh.
Toodaloo. Hold my hand, I'm scared.
I know it's a lot.
I love that, Laudna, you get scared of flowers.
You keep walking, and initially, kind of a curious, occasional patch of flowers would open. Now that you've made a connection, many flowers are emerging in the nearby trunks and branches and bushes. Some like growing almost instantly. You watch as, in just a matter of seconds, the sapling kind of and it just kind of leans towards you, almost like the whole space is yearning.
This is overwhelming. It feels like they all want my attention. I just don't have, like, the bandwidth right now.
Sure, but they really like you. This doesn't usually happen. But it's... You can do whatever you like. You don't have to stay.
They won't get offended.
They won't get offended.
All right. We're in such a hurry, but I'll just do, I'll just try and do a little, a run by, little, reaching out of the hands as much as I can. High fives, yeah, like I'm running through a stadium. Yes, exactly.
The flowers like you're just smashing a bunch of flowers into tree trunks, and they're all withdrawing.
Oh, gently. I'm gently caressing them.
Creepier.
That's not how it works.
They all at once withdraw. And suddenly all the color in the space around you leaves at once.
Leaves.
Has that happened before? What is that?
I don't know.
Maybe we should just go.
Let's
Maybe
just
we should
get-
just go to where we're supposed to go.
See Grammys.
Just a bad speed dating moment.
You hear this. The sound of shifting, creaking wood on a large scale and colliding branch and vine as bits of moss and fungus and other rotting flora kind of dusts from above as you see one of the twisting trees nearby lift one of its twisted trunks out of the ground. This trunk itself about 10, 15 feet across. Whoa. As it kind of lifts up. Right across in the direction you are about to travel. And as it hits, you watch as the roots expand and stick into the ground. You hear that strain, that loud creaking sound as the tree seems to almost be lowering in your direction.
We went and got their mom.
Should have taken a rest.
We're okay.
It's lower and lower and lower until it's about 10 feet above you as other branches begin to almost be forming a cage.
We're fine.
Tell me this is your grandmother, Fern.
It's just the trees.
It seems it's not so tight where you couldn't leave, but the trees, it's hard to tell if it's multiple trees or one huge tree with 1,000 branches and trunks. You're not sure where they begin or end between each other. They're so tangled into each other to create this weird shifting lattice scape above you. But now they've like shrunken in a matter of moments to create this loose cage around your troop to the point where the light above in the canopy is almost not visible from where you stand. And there's this kind of like ominous pressure to keep you where you are.
Hello? We must be going.
We came to say, we're sad to say, we must be going.
100 flowers pop
glad we
out
came.
of the tree around you.
But all the same, we must be going. Voila.
As you kind of, as you're singing, they all kind of shake a little bit, and almost sway.
Start to slowly, while smiling, move towards what little exit there is.
You towards that direction, the tree shifts to kind of block your exit.
No.
I feel like there's a failure to communicate here of some kind.
Fern, can you talk to
Yes.
your friends?
Hey.
I'm gonna just tap you with some guidance.
Okay. We need to go to Nana's. So can you guide us there, or...
You can make an insight or nature check, your choice.
Not nature. Natural one.
Isn't that 2 in a row?
It's been a little bit since you've been here, and even in the time that you spent, most of it was in Nana's house.
Yeah, I've never
And so
been out here.
you don't feel threatened,
right.
but you're not quite. They don't act like this around you,
No.
and you're a little confused.
Is it me? It's me. I'm doing this.
Maybe
Don't
the
internalize
metal
this.
ice.
Maybe it's
the
because
metal.
we smashed some of the flowers.
What? I didn't smash them.
Oh, now you're blaming
I
me.
love
No,
it.
I'm just
dead
saying.
a few days ago.
I was.
We've all had a long week.
Let's not turn on each other.
Ash and I had the whole cooking thing.
Yeah. I'm still about halfway through that
Get
shit.
away from these trees. What do they want? Can you ask them that?
Sure. I'm gonna lean into one of the flowers. Could you tell Nana that I'm here, please? And why are we being held under this tree?
Do you have speak with plants?
You're just talking.
I mean, why
I
not?
assumed you would have speak with plants. You're a druid.
I do not.
The flower.
Very situational of a spell.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage. This is only viable because of your fey nature.
Oh, I rolled a 20. Okay. Persuasion, you said?
Yes.
26.
Oh.
Disadvantage.
Okay.
Disadvantage?
What is disadvantage? Rolled a 20 and a 17.
Some of the flowers kind of recoil a little bit. Some of them kind of lean towards Lagna. Some of them lean towards you. And they just kind of shift expectantly, like they're waiting for something.
Oh, the
Right,
singers.
we
The singers.
Sing. So here's what I think. We can do like a little 2/8 count routine.
Yeah.
That it has like a forward, box step motion, and we do a little song and a dance as we move through.
Yeah. Sure. That sounds great.
Unless they want to keep us here because of the singing.
That's.
Yeah, but maybe you just have to sing well and we can leave?
Oh no.
Yeah, I feel like can't we sing? Has anyone ever done like parades? Go, like a little, where you walk and sing.
I'm gonna take out my pan flute.
You let us out.
Oh.
We want to leave your cage.
Some of them kind of shift and focus in your direction.
Are you gonna do this?
I'm just
I'm gonna
asking
cast
for
enhanceability on her
an
for
opening.
charisma.
Okay.
I'm playing my pan flute.
That's probably better.
Okay. So you start singing, you start playing your pan flute. Okay. A lot of the flowers.
Pretty flowers, can you let us out? What was your tune? I lost it.
I wasn't making any, dude.
Fuck.
More flowers, like all emerging from the. You can hear the outside of the trunk cracking as more flowers are like digging their way out to open up and listen to the presence of this din that you're creating.
Oh, God.
Should we
Don't
all
you have, like, a
form an
music
a cappella group?
I think so.
I gave that
But they're responding to the pan flute and the little soft singing.
I'm gonna keep playing my pan flute.
Can you walk towards the edge?
I would like you both to make performance checks for me, please.
I just died
Come
in
on.
the arms tonight.
You have advantage.
Must have been something you said.
Natural 20. And a 1. So thank you. On the same die. Wait, that's like the
Yeah, take a picture of that shit. Fern?
21.
Ooh.
21.
Should have walked away.
Your flute music is intoxicating in this space. You play well in general, but there's something about being back home that brings this comfort. And the clarity of the pipe begins to, or the pipes of the flute begins to slide around, almost jazz-like.
Chaotic.
And flute jazz. Now
There it is.
that's where we're at.
As the flowers seem to like move and shift with it, you continue to sing along with it, and you.
Scatting?
Oh my Sure, by all
No, I
means.
did that. Jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands. Everybody.
As you do this, some of the heavy tree roots kind of like rise and
Please.
trying to kind of keep in time of this weird fluid jazz beat that you're crafting.
You can't.
But it's trying. And as you slowly begin to slide your way out one by one from between this kind of tree trunk cavernous cage, all the flowers shift and like stretch towards you. The tree cave begins to open up as the parts dislodge and like reconnect to larger tree branches. All the flowers, now hundreds and hundreds of them, their coloration getting to a deeper and deeper red in unison as they all face your direction, giving this like weird blanket of color in front of you in the middle of this dark green and purple jungle. And right as you step about 30 or 40 feet away, all hundreds and hundreds of flowers at once just screech and then vanish into the tree as the tree stops moving.
Oh, the whole party screamed like that for sure.
Are we free?
Go.
Are we dead?
Flowers?
Right this way. Yes,
No.
yes, they loved it.
Yeah, flowers can't clap.
No. That's
Oh,
yes.
wow.
They loved it. Are you kidding? You couldn't
Very
hear
unprepared
that?
in this environment.
Oh, man.
It's all right. The vocal, it's a little different here when things.
We've been
you
here
really
10
like something.
minutes.
Not even. Jazz is chaos.
So such chaos.
But you also pick up a familiar scent. The smell of burning oils that are squeezed from some of the swamp roots. The lanterns that your Nana uses. You're close.
Did you break your hand, Jasmine?
I can smell it.
Just the carpal, you know, just my joints aren't as, you know, supple as they used to be. Oh, thank you, Chetney. It's better.
Hey, Chetney. Did you smell that?
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm gonna follow the scent.
Okay, easy enough for you to do.
You're going towards it?
Yes, that's where Nana's house is.
Oh, God.
Following Fern as she toucan Sam's her way through the pathway of this
See the occasional
tangled
loop-de-loop
morass.
is like an actual string of spell.
Feet lifting off the ground.
Oh, picnic basket?
The rest of you,
Sam's catchphrase.
I got no rails there, but I see where you landed.
Just follow my nose. It always knows.
Bad rhyme I didn't notice till just now.
indeed.
Okay.
Through Fern's focus and smile, you just begin to excitedly leap and bound through the bits. It's a little challenging for the rest of you to keep up, but you do your best, and you can't help but notice every now and then in the deep shadow beyond hundreds of feet of roots and trees and trunks, large shadows like just shift and move up above and around, unable to quite make out what they are before they've stopped moving or they've moved from sight. And you're uncertain if it's actually something or if it's just you. But it's disconcerting. And you just hope sticking close to her will be enough to keep you safe. Eventually the marshlands get thicker and thicker. And then all at once, break open into a spherical, dome-like opening amongst them. This hidden glade amongst this heavy, twisted, almost bramble-like wall of trees and branches. In here, you see an enormous tree-like structure in the center.
You'll go there.
Enshrouded in an endless tangle of teal moss-covered vines that seem to protrude and then dangle hundreds of feet down the outside of it to the point where you cannot see the tree itself. It looks like a massive natural pom-pom, or like a frozen waterfall of streamers of deep green and teal, completely obfuscating the center of the tree. You can see faintly glowing flowers of red and purple as well, that kind of occasionally peek through, familiar from the surroundings. This tree rises 100 feet or more up, just scraping the top of this dome, open space. And the shape of the tree implies a dozen or more massive, thick branches that curve and rise out of its sides, the blanket of vines dangling over that to almost be like drapes that kind of bound and then fall and then stop as they kind of dangle like a weeping willow at all sides of it. You cannot see the true details, but you do pick up within this endless cluster of vines hundreds of small nests, empty wooden cages, lanterns that still flicker, a small flame within, and many, many unique wreaths that have all been tied throughout, just subtly decorating it on all sides. The air here hangs with a heavy weight, a presence that leaves your breath thick and chilled. Welcome home, friend.
Do you feel that?
In your chest.
Yeah, that warmth. That happy warmth.
No.
No, but you seem to be glowing with happiness, so go see your Nana.
Okay. I'm gonna start booking it to the front door.
She
The
starts
front.
running.
She lives in a tree all covered in vines.
Pretty nice.
It's really beautiful.
It's a beautiful house.
As she charges up to it, you're like, is she going to climb the vines, or is it going? And as she gets within 5 feet, you watch as a large section of the vines pull apart like curtains or drapes. And immediately you can just see beyond that, the shattered interior, just the faintest bit of warm, flickering firelight sourced somewhere within the canopy. Do you follow?
Sounds like branches.
Sure. With a healthy gate,
Yeah.
like between.
Yeah.
Okay. She is darting and ascending up, I assume.
Oh,
Like
yes.
skipping ahead of them.
Yes. Full speed, full sprint.
You step within the tree, and you can see the actual trunk of this structure. This is probably the largest tree you've seen aside from the sun tree. It's comparable in its thickness.
Wow.
And you can tell about 30 feet up, it splits into 2 separate trunks that then wrap around each other in a corkscrew upward. And along the corkscrew, multiple branches that settle off as you look up. And each one of these little branches seems to caress, like a hand, a little hut or a room with little wooden bridges that connect, or little wooden staircases that wind up.
Shut up.
This is
Stanley Robinson.
this Swiss Family Robinson would blush and be.
I just think he loves the Swiss Family Robinson.
Fern, you grew up here.
Yes.
Just as a voice fills the air.
Oh.
Hinter, we knew you were coming.
Nope, not her.
Nana?
You hear that from above. And the stairs, you can see now the base of the trunk of the tree. There are wooden stairs that kind of spiral up the side like they're grown out of it, almost like a series of natural branches pushed out and stopped and give a flat step each way as they just kind of mark their way up on the side. You know this path well. Fern just vanishes up them.
I'll follow.
Yep. Okay.
As you ascend them, you can see dangling from the not quite as dense hanging vines and tethered bits of kind of limp fern branches that kind of tickle the top of your head as you push through. There are little glowing baubles that are wrapped up with wire and twine that kind of give a soft glow, different colored glows, some green, some orange, some like a pale blue. This place is intentionally decorated in a very odd patchwork way, but it's hard to grasp a presence specifically here. At times it's beautiful and welcoming, at times it's borderline nightmarish. But as you climb up the side of this, you eventually come to where the base of the fork of the trunk begins. And there you're greeted by a low-lit, cozy entryway, a flat expanse at the base of where the split is. You can see it's decorated in knitted dolls placed on little naturally warped tables. You can see animal skeletons that have been posed in dancing positions with each other that are placed up on little shelves and along the sides of the entryway. You can see alien-looking potted plants that seem to be taking root on their side of the room and guarding it fiercely. More of the staircases and rope bridges you can see begin to splinter off from here and lead higher and higher up to the tree.
Oh, Fern, how we have missed you.
I've missed you so bad. I run over and I just leap into her arms.
You see her leap into this shape, this shadowed shape on the opposite side of this area that kind of like grabs her for a second, then sets her down.
What's the size comparison?
The shoulders of this sit at about 8 or so feet, 7, 8 feet.
So higher than Fern.
The shoulders are wide. In fact, the torso, from what you can tell, is like a barrel, like a massive 7-foot barrel. It's a curious, monstrous body that, after setting her down, kind of shifts in your direction, begins to step further into the light, one arm kind of corralling her as you pull it towards them. It's swathed in a large, patterned, blue-green robe-like dress that's comprised of patches and rope and wayward branches and hanging trinkets, all just kind of wound together to create this unique texture around this body. You cannot see feet from beneath the robes, but can hear them hit the ground like a dropped sack of full flour with each step.
Does it sound like just 2 feet?
Sounds like 2 feet.
Okay.
Just big ones. Now, the wide shoulders themselves are thin. They come out like pointed skeletal shoulders. The sleeves extending these long, thin arms. You see around the top of the dress, from where these shoulders are, they're obscured by a bunch of dark linen and chiffon that creates like a mantle around it. And from within that mantle, you watch emerge a head on a stretching, craning neck. Craning like a giraffe.
What the fuck?
wreathed in long, tangled white hair, like a horse's mane that travels down the whole length of it as it extends about 2.5, 3 feet from the shoulders. At the end of it, you see a wrinkled, old woman's face with a pair of noseless nostril holes, a terrifying wide smile of jagged teeth. Her dark, eyeless sockets each hold a sunken, golden glow. And as the body steps forward, cradling Fern, the full thing at standing height would be close to 10 feet or so, with if the head were to stand up straight. The proportions, colloquially, are very similar to E.T., to be honest.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, that got weird.
Interesting.
As she steps forward, Fern,
With your friends, like a cocktail.
Oh my God, yes.
Yes,
Please.
yes. Let's get some cocktails. Let's put some music on. I'm sorry we came in unannounced, but guys, this is my Nan Maury.
Wonderful to meet
Pleasure
you.
to meet you, ma'am.
welcome.
I am scared.
Welcome. We have guests. You hear a voice say, welcome is well.
Oh, does she have a partner? Or?
No, that's her.
That's also her?
More of an echo.
Okay.
Show 'em, Grandma.
She pulls open the front of the dress, and you see the barrel torso, a massive pair of sunken eyes, and a second mouth that stretches across the entirety of the belly, that curls into a smile.
Hi.
She kind of pats it with the larger arms.
We haven't had guests in a while.
I'm not sure if this is a hag.
Come, let me show you to my tiki bar.
And that's where it ends tonight's episode.
Of course.
She's so cool.
Best grandma ever. I want her to be my grandma.
Holy shit.
Did you know what
There's
she
Maury.
looked like?
I was really.
Oh my God.
I was hoping you'd make more sense, and now I'm even a little more confused about it.
Welcome home, Fern.
Holy shit.
It's so beautiful.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Amazing.
And welcome
Oh my
back,
God,
Talisman.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Tommy.
I have so many more pasta-themed terrible stories to tell. Just such a collection.
So we're off next week.
Oh.
For the premiere?
For the premiere, yes.
All right.
Is whatever I said at the beginning of this
Oh.
is accurate.
There you
which
go.
I believe was no episode next week, but definitely on the last Thursday.
Last
So we're
Thursday of the month.
just a little swap-a-doo.
So there,
But hey, the
This month.
premiere. The premiere.
Mahogany Season 2.
We'll be back January 26th.
Got it.
26th.
Gotta watch it. And hey, now's a good time to catch up. Maybe rewatch season 1 just to prepare.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. And then you'll be ready for season 2. It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one.
Beautiful. All right, friends. We'll pick this up next time. Until then, thank you for joining us. We love you very much. And is it Thursday yet? Good night.
same with me. Well, I knew that her grandma would look weird. I was not expecting that weird. I was not. I was about to say, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Screen Riametra, half of a YouTuber. I wish thee good fortune, the quest of life.